We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the New York Giants. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Time with Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Murray. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Murray and company going for it on 4th.
And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The give to Taylor.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
First down, Murray. Looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
Okay, baby, come on.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Stephon Diggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw is Murray.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's got some space here. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Edwards-Helaire
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10.
126 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking cross. Coach.
Now a give to Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Jonathan Taylor
With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, they'll throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Jonathan Taylor.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cards have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
3 yards remain for second down.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. They'll drop to throw. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're playing 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. His kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers on the return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Take 4, take 4. Sponge. Hey, Sponge. No.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And some room to work. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record, 31.
And the Cardinals are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 6. He completes it to Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown, Giants! Cedric Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, it's Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Murray going to fire one out wide. And some space here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.
that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.